All right, it's time for another Xanadu RDO video. I'm back on Xanadu on my deed here, and there's some a bit of growth going on here. This chestnut here is new, and it's blocking my view. I always like to have this sort of area, this area right here, a bit clear, so I can see what's going on the lake. But I'm not going to chop down any trees in this video. It's been about a month since I've done anything here. Do I have any food? Let me see. I have some. All right, I have just a little bit. And let me just take a bite of this. So the way you take a bite is you eat, and then as soon as you start to eat, you hit the escape key. And then one bite is all that it takes to fill your CCFP when it's a good meal. They usually call them a CCFP meal. But this isn't going to be about cooking or anything, but I'm just demonstrating. So I'll eat and then hit escape. And that's all it took, was that one bite to fill up CCFP. And then I use the lesser meal to fill my stomach. But it's not going to get that full because I don't have much in there. But it will be good enough. I'm not going to cook right now. And this is a larder. The way it works is it keeps your food preserved as long as there are snowballs in it. And as you can see, they're all decaying. And over here is a snowman statue. This was an annual gift. I'm not sure which year, a couple years past, I think. And it will produce a snowball, I think, roughly once every 24 hours. So then you just collect it. That's why I have it right next to the larder. Open it up, and then I can go over here, and I can drop the snowball right there. And as long as there's one snowball in there, then it helps. Oh, I wish I could have this rare larder on Harmony. So, RDO, if it's your first time watching any of my videos, an RDO is what I call a redeed opportunity, meaning it is a location that once had a deed there. The deed has been abandoned, and it is now available if anyone wants to grab it. Most of the RDOs around here have been completely decayed, and the only sign that anyone was ever there is the fact that it's flat there now. Do I have any water? Oh, I have a little bit. Drink it. I don't know why I'm walking around with this on me. And, where should I put that? I think I'll just drop it in here for now, and hopefully I don't forget about it. All right. I don't even remember picking that up. This is my deed on Xanadu. As you can see, it's terraced. Have I shown you my deed yet here? I don't think I have. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you my deed, and then when I upload this, I'll drop a link to the RDO portion. I'm going to show you 3 RDOs. They're all on the lake, but they're on the other side of the lake down here a bit. Let me show you here. Go here and zoom in. We are back on Hammer Lake here, and there's an RDO, I think, right about here that I want to show you. And then there's another one, I think maybe around here, and then the third one is a little bit further down, roughly, if I recall. It's been a month, and I usually patrol the area within Wurm where I live quite often, every few days or so. So it could be that someone has already claimed those spots. But we're going to do this live, and we'll find out. It'll be a little adventure. But I will show you my deed here on Xanadu first. It's quite small, much smaller than my deed on Harmony. And so if you're not interested in my deed and you just want the RDO, then go ahead and click the link that I'll put as a comment in the comment section to skip right to the RDO portion. If I sound tired, it's because I am. It's been a very busy week, and there's also an excessive heat wave where I live. It's been that way for about a week now, and they keep extending it. And every day it just stays hot. All right, this is my deed on Xanadu. It's a terraced deed. It's quite small. It's only around 20 by 25, which costs me 1 silver per month. It used to be, when I first started this deed, the dirt only went to right about here. None of this dirt was here. Over time, I have dropped the dirt around here to sort of terraform this area to create this cozy little nook right here. You can see my rowboat. I made that back in 2017. Then later a sailboat, and more recently I built this Nar, a rare Nar. I wish I could have it on Harmony as well. I store a few things down here. I need to chop down this tree, a couple trees back here. I like having trees on the deed because it does make it seem cozy, but this is too many. It's too much like a forest in here. We've been down that road before in previous videos. It's my house up there on that terrace. A humble 3x3 house. I'll probably have the same on Harmony. Up here is the guest house. Small area, and then I have my token over here, and also a spirit castle, and a little bit of storage over here as well. I love the location of my mine. It's very accessible. It's right here. I can just step into it. Not very large. I was going to do something down here, and I never did. I have some sandstone there. Over here is where I plant my charcoal piles when I'm burning them. Reinforced walls here. And lag spike there. More sandstone. A little bit of storage. More storage. I also store stuff in there. This is a working cart, though, sometimes when I'm moving ore around just within this mine. More storage. Decent quality iron there. More sandstone. I think I have like 3 sandstone ores in here. 2 gold right here. Have a little area back here. This is for deep storage. And a little area that I wanted to hit the water, so I dug down here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this yet, and I plan to mine further in that direction. That's the grand plan. And back here, there's a little bit more. So I coordinated with the people that live around here, and we're all basically mining in this direction. That way we don't crisscross each other and end up blocking and having issues. I did notice on Harmony that one person on the lake that I live on is mining in a way in one straight line, and unfortunately it's actually cutting across just behind 5 other deeds, which is just only going to create problems in the long run, but it's kind of too late now to fix it really. So it's a done deal. Some of those deeds are hitting that mine. Let me see how much space is between there. I think the closest deed near that tunnel, I'll call it a tunnel, is only 9 tiles away. And I really feel sorry for that guy if he wants to continue mining near his deed. It's best to mine directly under your deed. And then always coordinate with other people if you want to mine outside of your deed, so you know which direction to go, so people aren't running into each other, creating drop shafts. Some lead right here. This marks my deed perimeter right here. Very small. Some salt rock back here. Some more iron, and nothing back over here. That's it. Pretty small. As you can see, I like to pave the interior of my mines. I plan to do a lot more with on the Harmony mine, though. Planning. But sometimes, as they say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So, never know exactly how this is going to turn out. So this is the path up to the upper terraces. Actually mid and then upper. This first one is a mid terrace. As you can see, there's a lot of space not used here. Look at all the space in between here. Some people would hate that. It works out okay here though. Have a very small pin over here. I usually use these for breeding and segregation. So a couple pins over here. Not very busy now. I need to chop that guy down. And then another mid-level terrace right over here where the guard tower sits. It's also a parking spot for my wagon. And I purchased the wagon for, I believe, 2 silver. I did not craft it. Oh, there's a tree here too. What's this tree doing here? I need to chop it down. And then this road leads up to the upper terraces. One being an animal pen. Don't you wish you had these horses on Harmony? Look at the silver right here. Oh, isn't she so beautiful? Love these silvers. And an Appaloosa, I also love the Appaloosas. Pretty awesome. I'm also a big fan of the gold buckskin right here. And if you look carefully, you can actually see spots. This is actually an Appaloosa. I wonder if it's intentional or if maybe the new skin was done over an Appaloosa skin and so made slightly transparent. But when I look at those spots, they look closer together than the spots over here on this true Appaloosa. I don't know. But you can definitely see them. Or maybe only I because I'm slightly color deficient. In some cases I can see colors and combinations and camouflage that maybe others can't. But I think this is fairly obvious. And I don't know what this bull is doing in here. I did not have bulls in here. Blood Bay horse right here, very popular. I think this was voted one of the top picks in terms of looks. Look at those white socks. Beautiful white socks. Beautiful colors. And I have this old gray, cared for by someone else, but she's a 5-speed, or he's a 5-speed. And of course, a cow horse over here. Bison, this is one of the bisons from Flat Top RDO that I did in the previous RDO video. That was the one that got loose. So I pulled her all the way down here. And, 2 in here. Oh, no, this is the child. I need to, let me go ahead and pull. That's why I had that extra bull in there. I need to pull him out. I'll do it later, though. And then a breeding pair over here. That's it. Very small. Not very many. I actually have more horses on Harmony right now. More livestock on Harmony than I do here. The one thing, though, that makes all of these cool is that every single one is being cared for. So none of these will die. Some people would argue that and say they die, it's just a lot longer. But I think if you have an animal and they stick around for years and years, if they outlive the player quits before they're dead, I think you can safely say that they'll last forever. This was all sand up here. I converted it to dirt. Make it look a little nicer. This is my garden. I'm currently growing grass. Not really, it just spread wild because I haven't farmed here in a while, but there is something back here. I think this is wheat. I'm surprised this has managed to survive all this time. Yeah. After a whole month, this wheat is still here. That is shocking. This is a low stone wall, by the way, but it's not finished, and that's intentional. I wanted the look. I just thought it looked kind of cool. It segregates the farm area a little bit, but it doesn't block anything because it's not finished. You can just walk right through it. And because it's on deed, and as long as you have upkeep covered for 30 plus days, it won't decay. I had those low stone walls over here too, 3 fruit trees, but it looked bad, so I removed them. Got an apple, orange, and cherry. And this, I built this highway, and it connects to the main highway further back. Then over here, I have my waystone, and this is a Wagoner container used for sending items, or wait, receiving items too. I actually have hardly ever used the Wagoner, so I'm not sure. I think you need this to send and receive. I'll have to experiment so that I can be sure about it. And that's it. Very small deed. This is only 1 silver per month. Very little usable ground because it's pretty steep. I basically built it into a hillside. A little bit of it was already done. Someone else started it, but very little. This terrace right here, where the guest house sits, there were 4 tiles. These 4 tiles I think it was these 4 tiles right here were already flattened, and dirt. And so this would be my little work area when I first started this deed, and then I slowly expanded it. This was just one big hill over here. I dug that out, and of course I completely redid everything down here. Anyway, that's my Xanadu deed. Let's go ahead and let's go check out these RDOs. I am very excited. I'm actually really curious because why is that open? Why did I open my inventory? I don't need anything. Oh, I just needed my UI. Okay. I haven't cruised around on my boat for a while. All right, raise the anchor. These RDOs are across the lake. So if you're on foot, it would be some effort to get to them. Let's get these sails up. We'll go full sail. We'll cruise right down here. So if you wanted to claim one of these RDOs over here and you spawned in Linton, then you would have to pretty much, there is a highway that goes all the way around and then up to about here, I think. I'm having a hard time remembering where this other RDO is. I think there's one here and then another one here and maybe one down here. It's in this area though. They're very noticeable from within the game, but not necessarily on the map. But if you were in Linton, you could reach them by walking all the way around this way. There's a highway that goes around. If you're coming from this direction, well, you have a much longer trip ahead of you. And if you happen to have a boat, well, in that case, there's a tunnel here and a tunnel here. There's also a tunnel here that leads right to here. There's also a tunnel here that leads over to this lake. There's also a tunnel here that connects down to this lake. I'll show you. One of these days, I'll show you one of these epic tunnels. They're pretty amazing. There's a spot here that I always thought was pristine enough that someone could claim it and build a fresh deed. I think someone started to flatten just a tiny spot in there. They probably hit rock and then stopped. At the time, I wouldn't have blamed them. But now that I've been doing more surface mining on Harmony, I'm thinking, it's not that much work, and it might be worth it. This is my other neighbor on Harmony. I used to have my deed over here, and then I took a long break and came back and had lost it, and then he deeded over it, and then built out all of this, which was not there before. And my rowboat was still there, so I was happy about that. And I unlocked I think a food storage bin that had been sitting there forever. And he was so happy to have me unlock it so he could move it around. I think it was planted or something. I don't remember. But he was so happy to be able to move it. Make use of it. So the first RDO is right over here. And I'm trying to think if it looks like it's been changed or not. It doesn't look like it. This is marsh. And so this is a problem. Because removing this marsh is painful. You basically have to create floorboards and then put the floorboards on the marsh. And then when you pull up the floorboards, the marsh will be gone. But you have to sort of do all of it. Because if you just leave one marsh there, it'll start to spread quickly. There's trees over here that have stopped it from going further. This actually looks like freshly planted trees over here. And I'm not seeing any oaks. And I'm pretty sure there were quite a few oaks over here. So someone has definitely been over here doing something. That or the oaks haven't popped into visibility yet. But the question is, has anyone deeded over there? Is that a horse right there? There's no tower over here. And there is a road that leads up this mountain. There's a large deed up here. up on that mountaintop. It's not an RDO though. Someone does live there. Oh, maybe these are just bushes growing, but I don't remember all those bushes being there before. Sometimes there are mobs over here. Is that a cow? Cow, horse, an adolescent horse, a couple of bulls over here. Looks like a seal way down there. Unicorn. What's that? Oh, someone has been here. Maybe someone has been here doing some archaeology. Oh, was I going slower? I thought I was going at full cell. I think I was only going at half cell. Alright, I'm going to go right about here. Where's more? That's good enough. Just looking around. Make sure no bears are going to pop out and attack me. Can I reach from here? Let's see. Alright. So this is the first RDO. It is important to take note of... Actually, let's just check here real quick. Parts of the land of Wurm still. I think if someone deeded, they would have deeded this area down here too. But as you can see, there is already some pre-built docks here. You could alter this, of course, or change it however you wanted. Was this? I don't remember. Was this already flattened here? I don't remember this terrace being so high up. So I think someone has been here, and maybe they've been doing a little bit of work, but there's no claim. Very unusual. Maybe someone is just using this as an off-deed area, which is quite common. Or maybe someone was just squatting here for a bit. Look at all these unicorns. A couple more over here. Yeah, there used to be an oak down there. Okay, there's still oaks over here. Maybe I'm just misremembering. And there's an altar to foe here already. There's a little terrace right up here. Not bad. You might be able to put in a mine here. You would have to check it out. Now there is a mine already, but there is a problem with it. And you would definitely want to think about this if you decided to move in here. Just take a look here. Sometimes there's mobs. I usually drag a horse over with me whenever I come over here. I should have. I didn't think to. But here's the mine. It is problematic though. And you'll see. Oh, there's some greenish. I like those flowers. Anyone down here? Nope. Okay. So this mine, as you can see, has been reinforced. So I think what happened here is they mined in and reinforced as they're going up. Oh, this is a collapsed tile. This is new. This was not here before. So this mine continues back and then turns up, but only a few tiles. But the mistake they made was that they were reinforcing the tiles immediately as they mined in. And then over here, they reached a problem with this wall. They can't mine through it because the other mine that circles around over here connects to it. So here, I'll show you what I mean. If I try to mine this right now, I'm going to get a message. Unless something's collapsed. If something's collapsed, then this changes everything. Let's see. Yeah, the cave wall sounds hollow. A dangerous side shaft could emerge. So you're not going to be able to mine through that. If you mine through here, you can get back to the other side and see why you're getting that message. And the problem is that it's all reinforced except for this one, which is giving this warning so you can't mine through it. Was probably not the best decision because there's no ore in here and it's completely blocked off by the reinforced walls. Now, you can mine through the reinforced cave walls, but only if it's within your deed. So, in order to make use out of this deed, you would have to claim in such a way that would also include those reinforced walls, or at least one of them, so you can make an opening to get back into the rest of the mountain and then mine your heart out. But for now, there's literally no ore in here. Even if you remove this collapsed tile right here, there's no ore back there either. And it only goes back a couple of tiles and circles around, and that's why there's a message warning about it being hollow behind. So I think this is the reason why no one has ever deeded here or redeeded here. And I know that there have been people up here looking from time to time, but no takers. It's all because of this. That doesn't mean that you couldn't resolve the issue by deeding over it. You don't have to keep that deed the whole time. You could just do it long enough to mine through the reinforced walls and then pull your deed border back a little bit. Of course, then much of your mine would be off deed. But you could also perhaps just find another spot. Now this road leads all the way up this mountain in sort of a zigzag pattern. And up higher, this is new. This is new for sure because this slope was not here before. So someone has definitely been here, and I think that they were perhaps going to tunnel in here. But if you're able to follow this around, I'm not going to make it up. It's going to take forever now. But if you follow this road around, it zigzags up the mountainside, and there is another mine, but it's quite a ways up. I mean, it's within the area still, so you could do it. But this might be a better spot for a mine right here, one of these tiles that I'm standing on. I know, though, it depends on how much dirt's been dropped there and how much you have to dig to get to the surface. There's a rock surface right there, too. But I get the feeling that the mine in this mountain might be a bit of a mess. So it's difficult to tell just how far you could mine. Another good reason to try to stick to mining directly under your deed. And not to create too many tunnels. Oh yeah, this slope is definitely different. Yeah, this slope was... Someone has been flattening in here. I don't know exactly what they were doing. Maybe they wanted to claim. Maybe they were just experimenting a little to see how much they could terraform it before deciding. But no one's here now, and there's no tent either. So usually with an RDO, yes, there will be quite a bit of terraforming done already. But it doesn't mean you have to accept it as it is. You can still go in and make changes if you wish. It's just all up to you. There's a bunch of clay over here, by the way. You're right next to clay. So no issue with clay. And of course, I don't know if there is any tar nearby, but you can always create your own tar. Can I reach it? Nope. Gonna have to go in. Raising the anchor. We're going to go check out the other one. This next one was quite an epic deed in its day. Look at all those mobs over there. All those mobs over there. Just standing around. No one around to do anything about them, to kill them or otherwise. Alright, let's make sure we're going full speed this time. Oh, looks like we're against the wind. What a shame. Yep, we're going 18 here. Can I tack it? Oh, there's a bug. I've only seen this on Xanadu. I have not seen this on Harmony. And it's when you're on a horse or even a cart or in a boat, and if you're looking in one direction and turning sharply, you basically get dismounted. Luckily, the ship doesn't continue sailing off without you, because that would be very apparent. Oh, we're going 18 again. All right. I'm gonna maintain this course since we have good speed. We have good wind. There's all that clay I mentioned. There's more over here. Be quite difficult to put a road in here, I imagine. So, what was I saying? This next deed is completely flat. Now, I know a lot of people want their entire deed to be one giant flat spot, but I'm not a fan of that. I find them to be quite boring, to be honest. I love my terrace deed, even though it's small. There was a white horse back there too, wasn't there? I just remember now seeing that. I don't know. It's just something about a deed that's all entirely flat. I just kind of find a bit mundane. There's lots of options to how you can do it. Of course, it's a matter of personal preference, I guess. Maybe you're a huge fan of just one giant flat spot, and that's what you want. That one deed that I showed you in the last RDO video I did had one giant flat area. And, oh, this is new right here. Wonder if that's the guy here was the guy that did that back there. This was a fresh spot too. So someone started a fresh deed here. But that spot I showed you in the last RDO, on the way to the RDO, that guy spent 3 months flattening that rather large area. I will have to come back and check out this area in the future. This is all new. Within the last month someone has done this. Not a very large spot though, is it? Quite small. Even smaller than my humble deed. Maybe they have plans. Maybe they've deeded into the mountain. And they want to have an underground fortress. So this deed is just peeking out right here. Basically, what she did was just add dirt all the way out here, because previously the shoreline was like roughly here, and then she just kept pushing dirt further and further out. Imagine how much dirt that took. That's a new ship there, but someone might just be parked. Sometimes people just park here. Sometimes people park here behind the bridge too. But you can see there's a tower here and there's a tower here. Very large. Now, back in the day, this had a high wall all the way around it, and you couldn't even see inside when you were boating by. But all of that is decayed now. Wait, is this a new tower? There might be someone here. Are those might be new fences. We'll find out. Sometimes people just, some people are nomads in this game, and sometimes they'll just find themselves a spot that they like and hang out for a while. Okay. I should probably be staying more focused. If this video, I'm not going to make comments about if the video's bad, because if the video's good, you'll be watching it. And if it's bad, you'll never know it existed. I don't think we're on anything. Patch of grass. Look, there's a brown horse just standing right here. I wouldn't mind having that on Harmony. I don't have any special colors yet. I think this is new. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. Let me check here. Okay, no, it's not new. It's been here for a while. I recognize that name. So I never actually met this person. I just know of her from other Alliance mates that spoke of her. And I heard that she still plays, but she doesn't have this deed anymore. She got anything in here? 10 to 20. So she was saying, I will store items of quality 10 to 20 here. And so this would be the higher quality stuff here, perhaps. Yeah, 50 to 60. and there's nothing in there. So people have snagged it, but they left the low quality stuff in there. Got a beehive right there. But look, it's pretty large. It's a good sized deed. It's all flat. It jets out into the water, into the lake, which is nice. You could put a wall around it if you wanted to, or you could leave it open. Oh, there's some little grape vineyard here. And grapes are in season too. You can see a lot of them hanging. So these are different colored grapes perhaps than you've seen, because there are different colored grapes. And they are used for different recipes as well. I think that wagon was there too. It's been a while since I've been here. But as you can see, it goes back all the way. And it's actually separated from the land. So it is technically an island. Because if you look here, you see we've reached water. And so there's a bridge here for connecting yourself to the mainland. So this is in essence be a private island if anyone wanted to come and claim it. And someone has already done all of the work of placing the dirt and flattening it. Actually, it looks like there's a few rolling hills here. Maybe they did that on purpose to make it look a little more dynamic. There's an area here that's just barely underwater, so perhaps they were growing rice over there. Now, this isn't the highway bridge. And I think if you wanted to directly connect this to the highway, that would probably take some effort. I'm not even sure how you do that. Can you just add another tile to a bridge? Or does it have to be created that way from the beginning? I'm not sure. This road leads to another deed, and that's the final RDO that we're going to look at further down there. Look at all the critters over here. And if you're on Harmony or Melody, you're probably having a hard time finding as many mobs as you would like to. And they're just all over the place over here. So there's a mine back here. Oh, looks like we have, what's in there? What is that? A lava spider. We'll give him some room, but we'll go peek inside here. There's a column right there. You can see some reinforcement on the cave floor there. I'm not going to go in there and trigger him, though. Looks like it goes back quite a ways. BSB. Could have some treasure in there. You'll have to come and see. Let me stick to the road. Looks like this part of the pavement decayed. Now I know that this road goes all the way down, and let me see. I wish I knew exactly where we are. I think we're about here. I think we're roughly here. This road goes all the way down and around, all the way around, and then over here it connects to a highway at some point. But this is obviously itself not a highway. So if you wanted to be connected to the highway, well, that would be a nice big project for you, is to hammer out another side. I'll go just up here a little ways. Oh, by the way, this is all enchanted grass. All enchanted grass right here. So this would be a really good spot to put some pins. Even though it's only 2 tiles wide, it's still pretty long, so it's a lot of space. I've seen quite a few FSBs just kind of scattered throughout. And it looks like there's another mine entrance right there as well. We'll go down here and just look around a little bit more so you get an idea. Because in my opinion, this is a pretty good deed location. Someone's put in a lot of work already. Look at all these horses here, just waiting for you to come and claim this deed and then lead all of these horses in there and start your breeding program. Is that a unicorn? Yep. Horses, unicorns, creatures everywhere. Camellia. Blueberries. No telling what's in these FSBs. There could be enough food in there to last you your entire... There's another one down there. There's like 3 random food storage bins. There's one here, there was another one up there, and there's another one further back there. Not to mention the containers that already exist here. And it looks like they're all unlocked or opened. I'm not going to check all of them. A village boat. Let's see what the decay looks like on these guys. I recognize that name. No damage, so someone's been repairing. And much higher QL on this one. And also no damage. So maybe there's some people that live more inland. If not in this direction, perhaps this direction. I don't know if... I think these are the common statues that you can create. Alright, I'll run through here once more on the way back to the boat. Let you get a view. Because it's all flat, one great thing about that is it's not too expensive. Like on my deed, I don't get much space even though it's out of my small deed. But here, it's not actually that large. I don't think this deed would cost you very much to purchase and to maintain. But because it's all flat, you get some pretty good use out of it. Oh, there's another horse right there. I don't usually see them out here swimming around very often. What's that? Another horse. Quite a few of them out here. All right. So this is the second RDO. We'll raise the anchor and check out the final one that I wanted to show you in this video. This is a pretty nice deed. Pretty nice spot in my opinion. Or a pretty nice redeed opportunity. Whoa, look how we caught that wind. Oh yeah. What do we do now? 22 kilometers per hour? Oh, sweet. I love this rare gnar. Okay. Where is that other one? It seemed like it was right here. Is this it? Yes, this is it, because I remember that wagon being abandoned there. Oh. Someone has been here too. Because these were much higher. Someone has come in and terraformed. These were much higher than they are now. These were more up to about this level. And I did know the guy that lived here, and I believe he moved over to one of the PvP servers. Oh, we have a bear over there. Was that tall stone wall there before? I don't know. It's interesting. I've only been gone a month, and I'm already spotting lots of activity in terms of terraforming going on. I don't know though. Is anyone claimed? I don't see any notification. Let me get around this corner here. Oh! I should have lowered myself first. Let me go ahead and moor here. Where's that bear at? I want to keep my distance from him. And we'll check this part out. So you can see he has docks here. And they were much taller. Much higher up, and that's the way he liked it. He had several ships. And he had one in every spot. And he used to park his gnar right here on the outside. And when you're looking at it, it just mostly looks like trees. This is deceptively large. It looks smaller than it is. There's actually a lot of space back here. And he had several sets for pins, and there's terraces that go up in the back as well. And it was quite what I would call a busy deed, a complicated deed. Definitely was not boring. See if I can get in through here. These gates and fences are nearly decayed away now. Lots of critters in here. Look at all of them. Horses, sheep. It's got a mailbox right there. Plenty of room in here, though. There's another terrace back here. And there's another terrace back here. And I don't want to wander too far. Oh, and that's... Oh, it's just a rat. Okay. I'll just kill this guy. That's why I said I didn't want to wander too far, because there's a lot of trees in here and I can't... The visibility is a bit low. And I don't know what's going to jump out at me. But if they're rats, then I'm happy. I don't have the highest fight skill. Oh, come on. Let's finish him off. Let's put the poor guy out of his misery. He's dying. There we go. Let me just do this. Don't see anything red pop up. The mine is back here, if I recall. You can see some more fences up there. Where exactly was that mine? I don't recall, but I know it's back here somewhere. Actually, I think he had a couple of tunnels. They're back here, though, but you can see some signs of terracing beyond these fences. There's also more back here. Let me see if I can go back here and get a peek. It's a little hard to see through all the trees, but I'll walk around a little bit to give you an idea. You can see this has all been flattened. There's a lot of growth going on here. Oh, what do we have here? An adolescent. We should be able to handle him as well. Famous last words, right? Until he breaks my legs and then I can't get away, and then a troll sneaks up behind me. You would have to ask the GM to move the cart probably, and also that wagon. Let's see if we can get a better look at that wagon too. You know what? I don't want to spend so much time fighting this guy. If he wants to follow me and fight some more, that's fine. But I want to get a move on with this video. There is a road along the water here that leads all the way down until it reaches a mine. Where was that? Where's that bear at? I don't need a wolf and a bear on me. You know, I think I'll jump back into... Oh! There is the bear that I did not want on me. I might have a problem with that bear. I'll use the speed of this as my opportunity. If he attacks me while I'm trying to raise this anchor, then it'll interrupt. Looks like I lost him. All right. All is well. No problem. Oh, did I interrupt it? And away we go. We're going to cruise around here and I'll show you the other side of the deed. This way I don't have to deal with the wolf or the bear. Oh, that was a second bear. There's two bears in here. Okay then. And they can swim, so he might come over here. Yep, he just noticed me. And here he comes. Speed up a little bit. So, actually it looks like this part of the road has decayed. There used to be pavement there. You can see it's just dirt now. Goes down here a ways. This wagon is actually usable because someone abandoned it and they disabled the perms for it. However, it doesn't mean you can claim it. It's still owned by someone else. So when you give a vehicle like a wagon to someone, you actually have to make them the owner. Just removing the perm so that anyone can use it is one thing, but it doesn't mean that you can actually claim it as yours. And there's a hazard in doing that, because if you decide to claim it and just use it as if it were yours, then that player that does own it could come back at any day and then grab all the stuff that you have stored in it, if you have anything important stored in it. So I'll show you just this little bit, and then I think I'll cut the video there. Let's see, 51 minutes. All right, good. We'll keep it under an hour. So there's a mine down here. There used to be a deed up here too. So I guess you could see, oh, look, there's a goldie right there. I don't have any golds. Should I snag it? I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it. But there's some mines over here, here. Look at all the tunneling that was done here. I don't quite understand that, to be honest. Because if you've mined in here, then all you have to do is mine over that direction a couple of times. And you can get whatever material is over there as well. I think some of this is new, actually. There might be someone here now. And this RDO, a bit small, but I guess you could expand it. You could always expand out into the water too. But sometimes, oh, okay, yeah, there's definitely someone here because this is new. But I wasn't going to show you this RDO. I actually kind of forgot about this one. It does look like someone is living there. But the road does stop there. I guess you could continue working on it, but it's pretty deep water there. You would need a lot of dirt in order to continue this road. All right, there we go. Hopefully I didn't put you to sleep with this one. Oh, look, I did it again. I really dislike this bug. It's been acknowledged but not fixed. The trick is to look in the direction. Don't look and then turn because it'll disembark you. But rather turn and look, move your mouse at the same time. That seems to prevent it, at least for me. But some other players have reported triggering that disembark with other actions. But for me, it's only been when I look and then when I look sharply and then turn to move in the direction I'm looking. That's when on a boat, a cart, or even a horse. But mostly when on a boat. All kinds of wildlife up there. Okay, that's going to do it. I'm headed back home. I think I'm going to unplug for a while. It's been a very busy week. I work online. And I love Wurm, but I think I need to just unplug for maybe the night. Or maybe just for an hour. There are more RDOs. This isn't it. There are more. And I do plan to do more RDO videos. But there will be a limit because I'm not familiar with the entire server and Xanadu is very large. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to end it yet. I wanted to mention something. There's a guy on the forums. I believe he goes by the name Brash Endeavors. And he mentioned these RDO videos. And he also mentioned that others should do these. And I totally agree. Especially on Xanadu or any server really. Because people aren't necessarily familiar, with every nook and cranny of the server. But you're probably very familiar with your neighborhoods. So if you're a vet, I'm talking to you right now. or not even a vet, just someone that's been playing long enough to be familiar with your neighborhood, totally do these if you want. I'll tell you something too. I'll tell you a little secret. If there are spots that you think would be great in terms of where you would like for a neighbor to be, and spots that you think would be terrible for having a neighbor, this helps you sort of give them a nudge towards maybe the deed that you would like for someone to take, as opposed to maybe a deed that you are working with off deed, if that makes any sense. And for example, there is one near me, an RDO nearer to me, but I probably won't do a tour of it because I have another neighbor, and I think he would be quite upset if someone moved into there. Is it available? Yeah. Is it deeded? No. Can anyone grab it? Yes. But it's being used. It's being used as a grove. Maple trees primarily. And if someone were to move there, then I think that would take away the maple grove. We would no longer be able to use it. I don't really use it that much, to be honest. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever been that close to one of those birds before. Also, let me just grab this real quick. This is a mission item. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Oh, it's right there. Should show up any second now. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. You get a burning diamond. I haven't heard of that one before. He actually, you know what, speaking of brash endeavors, he had a really great idea. Let me show you something real quick. Oh shoot, 50. I'm going to go over an hour, darn it. That's okay. You might appreciate this. So right when the new UI came out, there was a UI feedback thread. And he mentioned something that I think it was him. He mentioned something that I thought was a great idea. He suggested that the inventory window have tabs for it, not just this one tab. I mean, this is obviously a tab. Why not have more? You can already right-click here on inventory and click Add Group. That's how I get things like, keepsake group, tools group. You can create any group you want and help to compartmentalize all of your items so it's not just one giant mess of stuff. But wouldn't it be great if the devs added tabs here, just like we have tabs down here in chat, and then you could go to a group, right-click, and then choose the option to add tab. So then, if you wanted to go into your tools section, you could just click tools right here, or keepsake, or food, or whatever categories you created. I think it would be I think it's a great idea. I would love to see it. And I think it would really help a ton in terms of keeping items organized in the inventory. How much effort would it take? I don't know. I'm not a game developer. It's really easy for someone like me to just say, oh yeah, that's nothing. They can do that in like 2 minutes. But in reality, maybe it's actually a really large project. Maybe it would take a lot of effort. But I would love to see it. I just realized I don't think I paused at all during this video. It's very rare for me. And also did not have any interruptions in real life. I think it's so hot. All we're doing is like moping around the house. But I'm going to tell you this, as soon as I end this video, I'm turning this air conditioning back on. I turned it off so that there's not too much noise in the background. But anyway, yeah, wouldn't that be great if we could have tabs here? Keep things a little bit more organized. I think it would be perfect. All right, I'll leave it there. Oh, 59 and 40 seconds. I still made it under 1 hour. Hallelujah. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll do some more of these. I'll catch you later.